so hot. We're rolling now? Okay. Hello to today's Bobox show. As you see, we are in Amazonian jungle and at the same time, politically speaking, in the European Union. Yes, it is hot and bugs everywhere. World is a crazy place. This is French Guiana, physically a country in South America, but actually it is a European state, to that extent that you may pay this spider to go away with euros, and that euros, not this spider, is a subject of... Something bit me! Oh my god, I don't want to die! Take me away from here! So, subject is euro. The currency uses a sign that is Greek ypsilon with 2 bars across it. Ypsilon schmipsilon. For me, it is simply a ripoff of US dollar sign. No big mystery here. Euro was introduced in 1999, only in cashless transactions, like Bitcoin. The coins and notes were emitted 3 years later, in 2002. More or less 40 years after presenting the idea on the EU forum. Let's talk then about the most crazy second currency in the world, which is mentioned euro. Crazy for many reasons we will talk about, but first reason, because euro, as a European currency, is not used in the whole European Union. Actually, 8 countries of EU, which is 1/3 of the whole Union, do not use it. But as you've seen, it is used in South America and a few other countries that are also quite far away from Europe, as a continent even. Therefore, if you plan to visit Europe, check if a country is in the European Union and check what currency it uses. Ironically, when visiting some other exotic countries, you may find they use euros as well. Why is it so?
Short lecture of monetary systems in economics with Boris.
Every country has its economy. Ones are rich, others not so much. Money is basically like water. If countries of different economies choose to use one currency, euro, it is literally like in a communicating vessels. Prices in a poor country rise, in rich drop. That is the first stage. The second, economy in a poorer country is kick-started on the expense of the richer one. One gets the benefits, the other pays for it. And that, dear viewers, was basically why Great Britain left the European Union in a long Brexit drama. Why do some exotic countries use euro? That is post-colonial way of some European countries to say we're sorry for what we had done. Thank you for attention. To the euros. Another reason that it is a crazy currency is the design. Coins have 2 sides. One is Union standard, the other presents the country of origin. So do not panic when you see 2 coins of the same value with different pictures. It is all right. The design of the banknote, however, is based on a political correctness. And that is why it is so easy to counterfeit euro notes, despite all their advanced security features. The key is human psychology. It was decided that on the notes there will be placed only some architectonic resemblance of a style, not the actual building or monument, since some countries may not have such majestic things. Plus, euros have no person's faces on them, with little exceptions that are also crazy. So, since people cannot place the fictional bridges anywhere, and there are no known individuals from history printed on the notes, Italian counterfeiters used that weakness of the human mind and produced a 300 euro note, which was undetected in circulation for quite some time. Punchline: there are no 300 euro notes! You have 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50 cents, 1, 2 euro coins. Notes are 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, and 500 notes. And another crazy thing, the last one, 500 euro bill is called Bin Laden. Why? All know it exists. No one has actually seen it. It is calculated that great majority of Bin Ladens are in possession of criminals. And that is why, in 2018, it was decided to stop printing them. The last 500 euro notes were printed in April 2019. And now, how to use euro notes to promote your country, since there are only imaginary bridges on them. Build them! That is what happened in city of Spijkenisse in Netherlands. They built the bridges from the banknotes. Smart! I told you that the euro is a crazy currency. Fictional pictures, terrorist nicknames. Would you believe me if I told you that there are 0 euro notes? Yep, they have 0 euros. And on those you get faces of known people. The first 0 note was printed in Trier, and it was with the face of Karl Marx, who was born there. You get the irony? Grandfather of communism, printed on the notes of the second currency in the world. It's like getting Lenin on US dollars. 0 is also the value of John Paul II. Now you can get God bless you on paper. The notes are of some collector's value, but nonetheless they are official currency of 0. What is the easiest way to earn approximately 3,000–4,000 euros a day? Build yourself a fountain in some tourist hotspot. It is calculated that Trevi Fountain in Rome alone brings 1.5 million euros a year. Of course, in coins. The money is used for maintenance of monuments. The poor dwellers of Rome were also fed from that money. Now they are not fed anymore. Well, communists and saints on the notes, and no money to the poor? No matter how beautiful the architecture, the trough is the trough, right? There is, however, one thing that puts euro in the first place even before US dollar: the amount of cash in circulation. It is calculated that till the December 2019, there are more than 1.3 trillion of euros stashed from granny's mattresses to barrel of Bin Ladens buried in some mafioso's garden. So, that is my euro penny for your thoughts on this matter. If you know some other oddities concerning money, let us know in the comments below. Thank you very many, and till the next time!